Alright folks, it's time for Legacy Wednesday, and boy do we have a special one today. This past weekend we were, actually not this past weekend, this past day, we were going over results to, talk about stuff in Titan Talk, by the way, check out the podcast. And I saw that this list 5-0 the latest Modern Legacy Challenge, and I was oh boy, I was instantly hooked. There's so much stuff going on here. Okay, number one, this is a Nic Fit deck, right? Like, so Nic Fit decks are basically the main characteristic they have is that they're Veteran Explorer decks. So you play Veteran Explorer. When it dies, each player searches the library for 2 basic lands and puts them into the battlefield. So you play Veteran Explorer and a bunch of basics, which we do. And the way you sacrifice it is with the use of cards like Cabal Therapy. But what this deck is doing is it's also playing Greater Gargadon as another way of sacrificing your stuff. And the idea is that you're playing a much larger curve than the average Legacy deck. So we have classics like Sarkhan Ball, Kalitas, Terror of the Peaks, Titania, Shrikmo, etc. Corno Macab, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. For this Prime subscription, sorry. Really appreciate that. So the idea is that you get an advantage of mana. Your opponent also gets an advantage of mana, but you are able to leverage that advantage a lot better. So that is the main concept of Nic Fit decks. You also are playing Crimson Zenith. Zenith allows you to have more virtual copies of Veteran Explorer, and of course you also have the little trick with Red Ivor as always. And then we have a bunch of value cards. So we have Eternal Witness, just good old classic creature. Scavenging Ooze and Oof and a couple of Titanias. These are your Crimson Zenith package. And granted, it's not the best Crimson Zenith package I've ever seen, right? Like, it's not, you don't have that many options, but particularly Oof and Skoos are just, great one-offs to have access to. Then we have the full 4 Plague Engineers. This actually really surprised me, but I guess it makes sense because like, you have so many ways of dealing with Dreadhorde Arcanist between Lightning Bolt, Plague Engineer, Assassin's Trophy. Also, I just wanted to point out that the synergy between Veteran Explorer and Assassin's Trophy, right? You basically run them out of basics. That's some synergy right there. Like, once they have all of the basics out of their deck, this is basically just an instant speed Vindicate. So, good deck building. The one of Kalitas surprises me. Like, I don't know what we're trying to do with this one, but like, it's here. Sarkhan Vol, I literally had to read this one because I have no idea what this did. So 2 red and green, 4 loyalty, +1 creatures you control get +1/+1 and haste until end of turn. Okay, whatever. -2, gain control of target creature until end of turn, and tap that creature, it gets haste until end of turn. And that's the synergy, folks. That's the synergy. You steal the dude, you Greater Gargadon it away, or you Therapy away. So, it's basically a removal. And then the ultimate, you create 5/4/4 red dragon tokens with flying. But, so, it gives haste to everything, but not to the dragons. Okay. Weird. So you also have Shrikmo, which you can evoke, and with the sack trigger on the stack, you can get a counter off of the Gargadon. Pretty good. Titania and Terror of the Peaks. The goal for this league is to combo kill my opponent by playing Terror of the Peaks and sacrificing my entire board to Gargadon to just like dome them for 9 and then attack for 9. I love Brian Cook. Thank you for the follow. I love Brian Cook too. So that is gonna be the. I have to set that up here to do the prediction. So one of my mods, please, if you can set that up. So that is gonna be my goal for the league. And then finally, whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on this. And when it dies, deals damage equal to its power to any target. Perfect. Just good stuff. Just all of the synergies. I really hope my opponent doesn't play a Leyline against me, because I probably cannot beat the card Leyline of the Void. Like there's actual 0 answers to a ley line. Yep. So we probably cannot beat the card ley line. All of our entire deck is based around graveyard synergies. Like this doesn't trigger without the graveyard. This doesn't trigger without the graveyard. This doesn't trigger. So I really hope. Yeah, I guess the 3 trophies are our answer to ley line, but I really hope that we don't face any ley lines. So the rest of the land base is not particularly interesting. The only one-offs are the Caracas and Field of the Dead. And then we have the split of Snowko and normal basics. When we go to the side where we have a couple of Magus, Magis, 4 ley lines, 3 Red Elemental Blast, Veil of Summer against the blue decks, and Necromancia against all of the combo decks. So we're gonna see how this works out. Holy crap, this is spicy. We can therapy on the blind. And we have Yuri. I think I'm gonna ship this. Guess this seems slightly better. I think I'm gonna get a value. Feels like I want to keep my basics in the deck. I can kill my own Veteran Explorer with Shrikmo. Okay. Good to know that that's an available option. Hopefully I don't have to. And I draw like a Cabal Therapy, I guess is my best draw. Ha! Got him. So we're playing against combo. So I probably don't want to give 2 basics to my Storm opponent, huh? Or Doomsday opponent. So I'm not gonna Shrikmo my own dude. Oh, they drew one of their basics. Oh, we're just dead. Cool. Okay, so this is Storm. This seems pretty deterministic to me. Just going for Adnos. At this point, I'm pretty sure that this is Ant. Yeah, that's deterministic. Okay. So we're playing against Ant. These seem pretty solid. These also seem pretty solid. These are crap. This is crap. This is crap. Probably these are crap. I don't think Magus is gonna cut it, but like Revs and ley lines are somewhat interesting. Okay. Something like this. Magus might punk them. So yeah, I mean, trophy is bad, but like my opponent might have some like permanent base hate. Maybe it's just bad. The issue with Magus is I'm playing a Veteran Explorer deck, right? So it's not like I'm not particularly excited about like the chances that Magus works out when I am the one giving them basics. What's the point on? They are on Ant. So I guess I'm going with this. Maybe we should have some Revs over the Master of the Review. Mm. Mm. We're totally gonna get fucked by Idris. I'm just gonna ship this. Okay, this hand is good. This hand is good. Okay, so what are we keeping? We're keeping this, bottom this, and I guess we're gonna bottom the Zenith. I guess we can bottom these two, right? Since the Explorer is gonna give me the lands that I need. And then I get a Bayou. Get a Bayou. Therapy U. What do we name with Therapy? Thoughtseize? Dark Rit? Cabal Ritual is just doesn't do anything now, so I guess I named LED or Dark Rit. Veil or Brainstorm? Let's just name Brainstorm. I guess I should have gone with my gut and just named Thoughtseize. So now we have to find the land, because they're gonna take my Veteran Explorer. Oh. Wait, are they gonna Lotus Petal to Thoughtseize me? Wait, am I dead? There's no way I'm dead. Oh, okay. I'm like, fuck this. There's no way I'm dead here. I mean, I am gonna Therapy and give my opponent a bunch of mana. This also means that they can Echoing Truth. So I'm gonna get a red source and another black source, I guess. Because I can draw the Necromantia. Did they shuffle with Ponder? That's a good question. Yeah, they chose to shuffle. There's the Echoing Truth. Just kind of okay. And they have Thoughtseize, but we don't care about Thoughtseize. So we just name Infernal Tutor. I guess I should have named Thoughtseize. Just getting punished for not naming Thoughtseize twice. Just both times I cast Cabal Therapy. Those were some bad Cabal Therapies. I've cast some pretty damn great Cabal Therapies in my day. These were not some of those. Collector, oof. They have the answer to the oof in hand, obviously, so like it's not insane or anything, but... And now I guess I'm gonna find a noose. So many Zeniths. Yeah, let's find Scavenging Noose. I mean, if they don't draw anything for a while, we might be okay here. So they go to 9. We can bring them down to 8. Seems worth it. Next turn they go down to 3. They chose to shuffle. So imagine we're gonna get Echoing Truth here on end step. That sucks. Doesn't even allow us to cast the stupid ley line. The good thing is Ad Nauseam is no longer an out. Interesting. Wow. I'm pretty sure, like, it's clearly the last turn, right? So they should have probably just Echoing Truth, my dude. Alright, winning on the multi-5 feels good. Rev seems particularly great against Echoing Truth. So maybe I want another copy. Maybe over Plague Engineer on the draw. Sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they could return Oath to my hand. I don't know why they didn't. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's play Taiga and say go. I'm basically revving anything, I think. I just want to exchange cards. We have a second Blacksus, we could turn 2 for Necromancer. Yeah, but like I'm not gonna like turn 1 I'm not gonna do that, right? And if I Zenith, that means I don't have Oof anymore. Well now I do. Still I'm supposed to go with Arbor here. Because I don't have a sack outlet for the veteran explorer. Just gonna go with the Badlands. So next turn we can oof. Or Necromantia. I think if we find the second Black Source, I'm just gonna Necromantia actually. Opponent continues to shuffle. Thoughtseize. Okay. So my opponent's gonna make the choice for us. I imagine they take the Zenith. Unless they already have an answer to the oof. They take the Necromantia. Well, get the Badlands. And we're gonna get that Collect Roof. And now we can Terror of the Peaks next turn. Holding the Zenith to play around Thoughtseize was correct. I don't think so. Like, as we just saw, my opponent had multiple things that they wanted to Thoughtseize anyway, so... Another Zenith. We can Zenith for Ewit. Get back Reb. Or I can just Terror of the Peaks. I think I'm gonna Terror of the Peaks. Santid Swarm? Wait, what? But why? But why? We'll see if my opponent blocks. They do? Okay. Cine for Ewit, Rev. Hit you. Maybe I should have just like gotten this trigger and just like domed my opponent there. They're gonna truth the oof there, which we kind of expected was gonna happen, but so my opponent has this turn to win and they have to win through Leyline and Rev. It's not impossible. Definitely far from impossible. Why would they bring in Santid Swarm against me? Like, are they really that afraid of this card? Ad Nauseam was their hand? Wait, what? How do they win now? They just empty for 3? And they just kill them? I'm confused now. They're gonna tutor chain? Can't they tutor chain enough? This is the 4th spell. I'm at 19. I don't think they can tutor chain enough. Yeah, yeah, okay, sweet. Starting off strong. Let's go. Yeah, it buys them another turn where there's nothing they can draw. I think I guess they just needed to luck sack, and they needed to like tutor for ponder and find exactly another tutor or find exactly another ponder. So they just needed, they probably had like a line where they were using like 1 mana to chain to create storm instead of using 2 mana. So I think that they had they needed to be extremely whitelisted. Rodrigo, we had Leyline in play. So Piff didn't do anything. Okay. Opponent keeps 7. We probably ship this, right? This is even worse. I guess it's not worse. It's not worse. It's just like worse. Well, I guess we're keeping this one, folks. We're gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna bottom the oof, and I'm gonna bottom probably the taiga. I'm gonna try to fetch for basics. We're probably playing against Delver because everybody just plays fucking Delver. Oh look, it's Delver. I probably have to play into Wasteland though. I doubt that I can figure out a way to play around it, so. Yeah. Yeah, I can play around Wasteland. So we're just gonna get it by you here. Just gonna therapy brainstorm. Okay. So I guess they're not playing Delver. Just playing good old Snow. Miss land drop. Big one. So I think I'm actually just gonna get back the Cabal Therapy here. I guess it's bad against Force of Negation. Force, Pitching Ponder. Okay. It's not bad. Not a bad exchange for us. Library is bad though. Library is bad for us. And they can get back Udo next turn. Ooze! Fuck. And we know that this Titania is not resolving because my opponent's left a Force in there. What's up, Scott? How's it going? We're not looking good, folks. We're not looking good. We are not looking good. Can Therapy Force? Like, I'm not gonna just jam Titania into this Force, right? Thinking about watching Impeachment Proceedings, but just get automatically depressed. Yeah, I don't recommend doing that. They totally found another Force, and it makes me very unhappy. It makes me very unhappy. I'm gonna try to keep my life total as high as possible. Fuck yeah. Okay, that second Force is interesting. We can go get Plow here. The problem with getting Plow though is that I think that we just pass. Because then, like, otherwise my opponent just does, they just plus. We're just in bad shape. What do we need to draw here? We're obviously not blocking. Sure. I mean, Caracas. I guess Caracas would be an insane draw here. Opponent going to clean up with 9 cards in hand. Pitching double Uro. Caracas. Okay. So we're gonna do this before we do anything. Because if my opponent has an Ice Fang, we get a dude. I'm assuming that this is not gonna work out one way or another. Oh, they get to steal my Kalitas now. But I get to sack it to Gargadon, so it's not that big of a deal. Also, I should have taken a counter from the Gargaroth when they decayed my guy. That was a mistake on my part. Oh, the Gargadon can sack lands! Right? So I missed making like 7 5/3s and attack for lethal? Oh, wow. I totally didn't see that. That's amazing. Holy shit. Alright, this deck is a lot more than I thought it was. I was out here thinking about making an army of 2/2s when I could have been making an army of 5/3s instead. So I guess I should have actually won this game. That's insane. Wow. That is so sick. That is awesome. All right. I'm ready for game 2, baby. I am ready for this game 2. Hola Sram, ¿cómo andás? Feliz año. ¿Cómo va todo por allá? Wow. I can't believe that we missed on making a bunch of huge dudes. My opponent's trying to raise, that's why they haven't been using Swords to Plowshares. Force of Negation Pichinoko. I'm gonna have to chump block this guy. We're only at 5. Wow. There's so many combos with this deck. Oh yeah. Targeting the only Astrolabe that summoned is sick. Feels bad, man. Uro, I honestly don't know why Uro sees play. I mean, it doesn't even have trample, right? . Supremely unlucky. goes. Okay, let's go to game 2. Let's do the thing, okay? I think these are the only cards that I want. Freak Maw seems not great. Collector Oof can be randomly. Nah, I'd rather have Shriek Maw over Collector Oof, I think. And let's go with this. Quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate that I'm an idiot. Okay, I really want to gain control of my opponent's Uro and attack. I really want to do that. I guess Engineer is okay. Like, I guess it's just better than the other options, right? It kills Size Fangs. Wow, I can't believe we missed the lethal line. Holy shit. That would have been such a sick way to win, too. Keep. I think we suspend Gargadon on 1. Because my opponent can't plow the Veteran Explorer, so... Well, that's so much better. So I think we're naming Force first. I just can't catch a break, can I? Don't care too much about this. We kind of do care about the Oko, though. Gonna find black source and green source, which means that we can't suspend second Gargadon here, which is unfortunate, but what do we care about more, Oko or Sibling Library? I think we care more about Oko. Ice Fang is fine. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. Like, if they did have Winter by Kalitas, we're fine. Best draw would be a fetch land. And they show me that they drew Delta. We're probably going to sack it to this Gargadon. But I think I have to probably save this Assassin's Trophy for I just have to slog through the Sylvan library. They got a basic? I think you want to keep the basics in your deck, opponent. Not opposed to it. Oh, they're just feeding the Dead of Winter. Okay. They want to make sure that they can Dead of Winter my Gargadon, you know? Dead of Winter does not kill their Ice Fang. Important to note. Honestly, that seems kind of a spew. Lol. Force Peaching back to basics. What? Why is back to basics in my opponent's deck? It kind of seems like my opponent's not familiar with what I'm doing here. Yeah, back to basics versus the Veteran Explorer deck strikes me as sus. Tick tick, tick tock. Gonna name Plow. Ice Fang. Like, there's no way I'm naming Ice Fang. I don't understand why they're doing this. Oh, they just knew it wasn't up and wanted to draw? So they brainstormed. Which would be cards that my opponent wouldn't mind, that are not worth hiding, and that my opponent wouldn't mind for me to take here? I don't think they're losing. Yeah, we're not hitting our land drop, so we're obviously pretty far behind here. Yeah, I don't think I should name Brainstorm because there's only one left, right? We knew that my opponent had a Swords to Plowshares earlier. So the safest thing would be Swords to Plowshares, but also that's what my opponent would think that I would name. So that's where the mind games kind of come into the equation. We don't know if they have Veil of Summer. We could also just name Force of Will, which is kind of like a generic thing to name. Oko, I think my opponent would have hidden. Like, if I were my opponent, I would have definitely hidden Oko. Because it seems like the best thing. Udo, I kind of don't care about hitting. I think I'm just going to name Swords. Like, it's obvious, and my opponent might just have hidden it, but considering the options that we have, I think it's between Ponder and Swords to Plowshares. So I'm going to go for Swords. Wow, they did have Brainstorm number 4. Am I trophying this? Or do I just have to save the trophy for this guy? I feel like I have to save the trophy for Udo. Yeah, the trophy library. Like, but how will I beat Udo? Like, we're not hitting land drops. Like, it's not like Titania helped me, and also my opponent has Caracas in hand, so. I have to do it here because my opponent could draw Veil. We also don't even have a fetch land, so like this Titania is not very good. This Titania is definitely not very good. And yeah, there's the Oko, which was pretty telegraphed, I think. Honestly, not a bad draw there. Like out of all of the poor draws that we could have had, that's probably one of the best ones. But I don't think that we can really win this game anymore. Weird how when you give a bunch of basics to the deck that has a bunch of basics and has a bunch of broken cards, they kind of roll you over, right? Weird. To be fair, you're not winning against an active library either. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I ended up getting rewarded for my line, but we're still losing to the Snowko, so... Damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation, I feel like. So I guess we get to YOLO here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sack everything. But I'm gonna hope that I can find a land. Fuck, man. Ugh. Can't even see how many counters this have. Why would the amount of counters get cut? Like, I literally cannot see. I think this is a 3 and this is an 8. There we go. We figure a way to see what was up over here. Shit, man. We're technically not dead here. 3, 6. Oh, we are actually technically dead. So I guess we're gonna have to suck stuff to Gargaroth. To Gargadon, not Gargaroth. The saddest timeline. I really wanted to draw land so we could get a bunch of 4/3s. Cast that one. Let's fucking go. Surprise blocker. Oh, man. I wonder what could have gone wrong there. I mean, honestly, it was like my failed therapies. I think that my therapies made sense. They just obviously did not line up against my opponent's hand. And once like the Snow engine gets going with like library and shit, like it's just impossible to come back from. There's also the fact that I couldn't find a land to save my life, so that also didn't help. Sam seems okay, I guess. Can you get a basic forest? Zenith for Dryad. This means we don't have double black for Kalitas, but preordain. I think I'm going for Terror of the Peaks here. I think I'm going for Oof. I think my opponent might be on a combo deck. Or, I mean, this could still be Doomsday. This could still be Doomsday. Not Doomsday. This is Delver. Sent here by Spike. Where can I get the auto game tracker that you guys have on stream? You have to add this. So this is what I have written out. You just copy that and paste it and add it as a web source. And then that should be it. I mean, you obviously change. I have written fpublish there because it's my username, but you just write your own username. And the sizes are 254 width and 54 height. Okay, we need a black source. Black source. Caracas. This is bad against Lightning Bolt, but like, I'm never resolving these otherwise. Wow, we got a force? Sick. Okay, so our opponent is on blue-red, because they got a Sprite Dragon there. So this entire game revolved around the fact that I put my opponent on Doomsday. Because they went turn 1 preordain, and they ended up being on blue-red Delver. Because if I had gotten a basic, which was what I was thinking about with my second land, then they don't get value off of their second wasteland and I get to resolve my Shrikmaw, etc. So this entire game revolved around me misunderstanding what my opponent was on. And the way that they played, it made sense for me to think that they were on Doomsday. So I think that if my opponent goes turn 1, Snowko Railing preordain into Daze, I would still put my opponent on Doomsday. Zenith. I guess it's a spell that I can cast at least. So we're gonna Zenith for... Actually, we just Zenith for Explorer. Just so that they don't have force. No, it's not Ooze. It's better on Explorer because I can sack it and I can actually cast my spells. Don't stifle my trigger. Don't do it. So now I can get a black source. We can get double black or we can get double red, but not both. I think I want to get double. I guess we can get black and red. Because Terror of the Peak seems pretty hot here. Not gonna lie. So we just get a mountain and a black source, and then we evoke the Shrikmaw. And with the trigger on the start, we get to sack it to Gargadon. They get to force this, but if they force this, then... so let's see if that resolves. It does. Suck this to Gargadon. We get to combo kill them. If we don't care about force, we could combo kill them next turn. Gargadon is hilarious. Gargadon is absolutely hilarious here. Yeah. It's just so funny. Like there's so many little stupid synergies with Gargadon. It's hilarious. Are silly synergies sillynergies? Chat, is that what it is? Are silly synergies sillynergies? It makes you think. Okay, not impressed. Oh, don't have lethal. Don't have lethal. Oh, man. We had the combo next turn, chat. We had the combo. God damn it. Alright. Revs seem pretty solid. I guess I don't want Magoose. Collector Roof sucks. We probably want Veils too. Trophy is legit. Bolt is legit. Plague Engineer is like okay, but not insane or anything. Terror of the Peaks, maybe it's a little bit too cute. Kalitas seems good. Kalitimes. Could also just cut the Veils. My opponent doesn't have Oko, so it just stops counter magic. Not sure how much I like this card. Let's go with this. Sure. So I'm gonna maybe trade with a force here, which is good. What do you do about that? It says this side can... Oh. Oh, brutal. You know what you do, Stabs? You embrace it. You embrace it. You just become proud of the fact that hair is growing where there wasn't any hair before. Hair stops growing where there used to be hair before. You just embrace it, you own it, and you go about your life. That's what you do. They chose to shuffle. Ding you. Honestly, I don't think I seen it here. Opponent really tanking about whether or not to block this Veteran Explorer. Really wondering about the upsize and downsize of such a play. Dreadhold Arcanist. Well, the good thing is if they attack, they enable my Explorer, so... Guess that's not awful. Sile fucking block, god damn it. I have to see my opponent's double Q in here, because they're just making some very odd stops at completely unreasonable places. Maybe their internet is just trash. I'll block. Next turn we're gonna have 6 mana. What can we do with 6 mana? Chad, if you had 6 mana, what would you do? It's like the world is your oyster, kind of. I don't think I'm countering cantrips here. I am killing that one though. Ha, no attacks. Opponent confirmed coward. Play another one of these. Now we get to turn the corner. Jesus, make it 4/4. Well, we can't really. I mean, if they attacked, yeah, but obviously, but I don't think I'm countering cantrips. I think I'd much rather counter counter spells. I will block. I think I'm maybe in black and red. Brainstorm. Actually, this seems fine. Because maybe they have like basics in hand or something. Or Wasteland's just doing nothing. Yeah, exactly. There are just a bunch of cards that just don't do anything. It's a bad draw. We can send it for Titania. We can send it for Ooze to stop the Dread Horde. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what am I supposed to... Eternal Witness is also interesting. Wow. Can't Ewit. Can't get Ewit and then Zenith. Brutal. It's either Ooze or Titania. I guess it's probably Titania. Just gonna play the Trader of Geth here. not attack with Veteran Explorer, because if my opponent attacks and they have like Bolt, they can Bolt Kalitas, then flashback the Bolt, but we get to block with Veteran Explorer. Gargadon is one of your favorite pet cards. Sick. It's been pretty fun so far. Yeah, unfortunately we can't really... oof, I misclicked. Oh, god damn it, I misclicked! I wanted to send it back to the Arcanist! Oh, man! This is just too brutal. We can't fetch now. Ah. Oh. That really sucks. That really sucks. That one really sucks. That's a game losing misclick right there. Fuck. And I did it again? Did I just do it again? I think I just did it again, Chad. God damn it. I literally just did it twice in the same turn. Yeah, I gotta focus. I gotta focus. This is too awful. Okay, so we're gonna therapy naming force, I think. Well, we don't have another fetch in the yard, Scott, so it doesn't do too much. They have force of negation, not force of will. Shit. And they also have bolt. So I guess we just have to get... We just name force here. And we get Scavenginus. We have to go get Scavenginus. Force of negation. Scavenginus. Feels like as long as we don't die to this Sprite Dragon, this Scavenginus might be able to stabilize. I guess Wasteland was their best draw, and I punted by using this instead of the Wasteland, because now that my opponent can bolt in response, and I have to eat 2 more creatures, which means that my opponent's going to be able to flush back the bolt and double bolt the Scavenginus, even though the exclusive is going to be a 5/5. Man, I'm making a lot of mistakes today. Making a lot of mistakes. We still have some pretty solid draws here. We still have some very, very good draws. I'm gonna bold this in case my opponent draws like a force or something. I drew a brainstorm. We're probably fucked here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Imagine if I had like fetched for a freaking like for a freaking black source and just like kill the Arcanist then and there. we would be so far ahead right now. But because I was f6 like an idiot, I ended up losing this game that I should have won. Brutal. It's okay, it's okay. Just gotta take it slow. Gotta take it slow. I'm realizing that there's a lot more play than I first imagined with this deck. Seems like a deck that would definitely reward experience. Funny how we beat the combo deck and we lost to both of the fair decks. I mean, if you want to consider Deller a fair deck, right? Like this is supposed to be like the fair deck slayer, or like historically Nic Fit is kind of the fair deck slayer, even though it's honestly that's just not the case anymore. Case Heroes with the Prime sub, welcome back for the 19 months. This deck doesn't feel like Profit. Oh, that's just uncalled for. Absolute rage. Totally uncalled for. I mean, honestly, the deck has been a lot of fun. Like, I feel like I'm learning every single game that I lose. I'm learning something about the deck. Like, for example, how bad the mana is. I feel like I learned that lesson multiple times already. So let's keep this. Let's do this. And I guess I get a Badlands here and I suspend Gargadon. This backfires if my opponent has exactly Thoughtseize, but I think it's better to play around Thoughtseize than it is to play around... Oh, fuck! The mirror! The mirror! Oh, no! But we have nothing to do with our mana, so... This is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. Okay, so I guess that it's gonna be a matter of who draws better. Like, who draws more payoffs? Let's get a red source and another green source. We are ahead in the Gargaroth race. Is this an actual legacy deck running around right now? I mean, it top 8'd the latest challenge. That's why we see it here. And I mean, that's why I'm playing it, and that's very likely why my opponent's playing it as well. And to be fair, like, the memes with this deck are super strong. Plague Engineer. That's all of our basics out of the deck now. Well, Field of the Dead would be a great draw. Field of the Dead would be a great draw. You know who Shrikmu is not good against? Plague Engineer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Assassin's Trophy. Turn 250 lands. Yeah, don't worry about it. So there's the CNET for Titania, which is obviously very bad for us. But they don't have a land in the yard, which is obviously very good for us, because we just get to bolt the Titania and move on with our life. Actually, we can just Shriekmaw this. Seems better. And I'm not bolting this now, so this is fine. So fetch land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Shriekmaw. And now Shriekmaw can trade with the Plague Engineer. Gets them closer to Gargadon. Bolt my Shriekmaw. Sack it. Ha! Ha! Got him. They should sack Titania to the... Oh, fuck. That's right. So we're just dead now? I guess my opponent did not miss this interaction, huh? It's a lot of 5/3s. So I guess we die now. I couldn't have really played around this, I don't think. Oh, we don't have a sweeper, so we're just dead. Too many 5/3s. Bringing in ley lines. And that's it. Oof can go. Bolt seems kind of medium. Shit. I guess I keep this. Just gonna suspend Gargaroth here. Oops. And I'm gonna wait until I have... seen it for Explorer. I wonder if my opponent brought in ley lines. Scavenging Ooze. Sweet. Next turn we can Sarkhan. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. What's up, Beefus? Plague Engineer. Let's get a basic swamp and basic forest. Because I think that we're going to be trophying here. So that then we can steal the other one. You have COVID, I have all the time to... Oh, you have COVID, Vifus? Oh, I'm sorry. How's that treating you? Do we side without the veteran explorers? Like, honestly, it might be the line. Name carrier. These ley lines are doing work. Goddamn. So I want to play Sarkhan on an empty board. So I guess I'm gonna trophy this now. I mean, I wanna play Sarkhan and I wanna make an empty board. Is what I meant to say. No symptoms at all. Wow. Well, that's lucky. Happy to hear that. The combo. Swing for 2. Take 2. Sack to Gargadon. Pass the turn. Just top deck Titans. Hell yeah. So probably our best draw would be a fetch. My opponent's Titania doesn't do anything anymore because of the ley lines. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the, like when I was doing the deck tech, right? It's just ley line kind of stops all of your win conditions. Land, fetch land preferably. Okay. So the combo here is we play Titania, we sacrifice all of our lands, we give all of our creatures +1/+1 and haste until end of turn, and we swing for lethal. That's what I was aiming to do right there. All right, leyline is sick. Make sure you have ley lines because they are clearly the mirror breaker, folks. If we draw a Titan, we win. That's fair. This deck is wild. Yes, it certainly is. It certainly is. I would definitely describe this deck as wild. Kind of feel like I want to ship this. Like, leyline seems pretty important. Particularly on the draw. Guess it sounds just too good to pass up. No ley lines from OP. No ley line for us either, which is very unlucky. Collector Roof. Why is that in their deck? hoping for no Kalitas here. Kalitas feels like it would be kind of a big deal. Necromantia in the year of our Lord 2021. I mean, honestly, it's the best. Is the best effect of that kind that has been printed, right? I think it's far and away the best version of that effect. Do we block? I think that we just take it. I don't want my opponent to have access to 5 mana. Caracas. It's pretty good. Probably gonna get Screws here. Yep. Badlands is not very good. This gives my opponent a green mana. This gives my opponent like the green mana advantage for this turn. Ugh, shit. Yep. What's this one's? We have to get 2 green sources here. Kalitas is a brutal draw. Kalitas is just a brutal draw there. They have Bolt too? God damn it. That sucks. There's only 1 creature in the yard, so I can't make the Use a 4/4, unfortunately. Now they have Kalitas. God damn. We're not drawing well here, folks. We are certainly not drawing well. How's it going? Oh, sorry. How's it going? It's going well. Like, this deck has been fun. We're getting known, though. Seems like the mirror is kind of a shit show. Whoever draws the most relevant cards just wins, and there's kind of nothing that your opponent can do about it. Like, I've been behind this entire game, and like, it just honestly didn't matter what I did. Lock there, take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is Legacy. Want to get some zombies. It's getting tough out there. Let's go to black source and guess red source. So I think that the only card that saves me here is exactly Titania. Well, never mind. Now we're actually dead. Because my opponent can just bounce their own Kalitas and replay it and then trigger Terror of the Peaks. Like, they don't even need to go to the combat step. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. To be fair, I threw away both. I could have won one of these games. Like, I actually had the win and I just missed the line. And I actually had the win and I missed the line on one of these games as well. So both of these losses were on me. The last one, I don't think it really was on me. I think that it was just like whoever draws better. Whoever draws more payoffs is just going to be advantaged. And there's kind of nothing that can be done about it. Playing against Max. Brutal. Gonna get owned here. Sand is not very good, I don't think. This sand seems fine. Keep this. Think I bottom terror. I imagine that Max is on Doomsday. He's also 1 and 3. Okay, so he moves to 5 on the play. Okay, so he's on Doomsday. Oh, he's on Oops. Oh, so we just lose. That was fun. Just talk Oops. Yep. Ley lines. And I guess Necromantia. Plague Engineer actually does stop the Oops combo as well, if I'm not mistaken. He says this league has been a disaster. No fun if I win, less fun if I lose. Yeah, I mean that's what Oops All Spells is. That's what this fucking deck is. Sure, keep this. I think we're suspending Gargadon on 1. I guess it depends on whether they reveal Chancellor, actually. What's the 5 again? Oh, Chancellor. I think if we find a land, any untapped land, we have the lock. Because we just play Plague Engineer, naming any land, naming whatever Narcomoeba is. We can send it for another Explorer, or we can send it for Scavenginus, or I guess that they have the Belcher sideboard plan. And I kind of have the graveyard covered, so I think I'm just going to pass here. I'm going to be looking to, I guess, Zenith for Collector Roof? Oh, yeah, that one. Black, green. Think Narcomoeba is an illusion. Let me check real quick. Narcomoeba. Illusion. Next turn we can Zenith for more mana. Or we can play Collector Roof. Oh. I guess that we can do both. And now we get Sumbos. Next turn we have lethal. We can sack all of our lands to get this Gargadon into play. I don't know why he's in conceding. He's just gathering information. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Trigger field, let's go. This seems like enough 5/3s. Her trigger gets put on the stack when you sack land. She triggers for elemental, then ETB trigger resolves. I don't think that's how it works, Scott. If there's no land for you to get back, I think that the ability just doesn't trigger to begin with. I don't think you get priority. Spike with the massive raid. We're having some fun in this one. We're playing a very spicy list. Somehow this list top-aided the Legacy Challenge this weekend. And it's been absolutely hilarious. Thank you for the follow. Trisquitador. We're playing against Subsoul spells right now. Trying to think whether we want Veil of Summer, but I think that it just doesn't matter, right? Bringing the spike luck to the stream. Just open a foil M21 set. Holy crap, that sounds insane. So I think that we just mulligan to Leyline. That's our literal only shot of at winning this game. So we just mull to Leyline. No Leyline here, so we ship it. Yes, Leyline here, so we keep it. So we keep this bottom, that one. I guess we bottom the Necromancia. Here's my Leyline. Please don't beat it. Yeah, Force of Vigor. I mean, they're playing like actual cards, right? Ooh. That's interesting. So I'm gonna Therapy first, see what my opponent does. Because if they have Force, like I'm naming Force of Vigor here, right? So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So they did have the Force. So let's see what do we name here? I mean, it's just a 50-50% chance. Like, we either hit Balustrade Spy or we hit the other guy, right? So, like, it just kind of is what it is. We just have to cross our fingers. Like, there's no... Yeah, there's just no... There's no skill involved here. It's just we have to get lucky. And I guess that Undercity Informer means that they can cast it off of 3 mana. Yeah, I think it's correct to go for the 3 mana dude. So that's Undercity Informer. Because this one, they can actually split the cost over 2 turns. Bingo. The other one, they have to have the 4 mana straight up. Jeff Boverera, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you being here. Some Mox, Pitchy Narcomoeba. She's looking pretty good, I'm gonna say. Cabal Therapy U. This is gonna be green for sure. I guess we just get 2 green sources, huh? They have a Crom Mox, they have Simian Spirit Guide, which is what I'm naming here. Because this, like, their mana mini play kind of doesn't matter right now. Got a Summoner Spect. Which I guess I'm gonna take. And next turn we just scene it for Ooze. Take it from there. Heh. Double Moxie stuff on their hand too. Yeah, exactly. That's why they played out one of them, right? But I don't think they can win anymore, right? Yep. They agree. He says, I'm genuinely happy to lose this match. Oh, that's funny. All right, 2 and 3. This deck is something else, folks. This deck is something else. We're definitely going to be playing another league. So don't go anywhere because I will be right back. But that's going to be it for this league, though. So thank you so much for checking out the stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And see you in the next one. Bye-bye.